Have you ever noticed how the right meal can lift your mood? Turns out that feeling isn't just in your head, it's in your brain chemistry. Hi everyone, I'm Jean and welcome back to the channel. I've always believed that food does more than feed the body. It feeds the soul. But over the years, both in my personal life and in my behavioral health work, I've realized something much deeper. What we eat can truly shape how we feel. We often think of mental health and nutrition as two separate things, right? Therapy on one side, food on the other. But they've always been connected. Recently, the American Psychiatric Association teamed up with the American Society of Nutrition. They found that 2/3 of adults already know diet affects mental health. And 4 out of 5 said they'd be willing to change how they eat to feel better. Now, that's a hopeful sign. People are already there. They just need to know where to start. I've seen this firsthand. One young woman I worked with struggled with depression. She was doing well in therapy, but she barely ate, had no energy, and no drive. With her care team, we made gentle changes. More color on her plate, like fruits, veggies, and real food. A few weeks later, her spark began to return. It wasn't magic, it was nourishment. Her brain finally had the fuel it needed. Science now confirms what we've seen in practice. A 2019 review of the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, they found that eating more fruits and vegetables help reduce depression symptoms. And in 2022, Dr. Jessica Bays led a study showing that young men with major depression who followed a Mediterranean diet for 12 weeks improved dramatically. A 20-point drop in the depression scale. Now, the Mediterranean diet isn't fancy. It's simply real. Whole food like olive oil, fish, leafy greens, whole grains, nuts, beans, and fresh fruit. Food that makes you feel alive. So why does this work? A healthy diet gives the brain the raw materials it needs to make neurotransmitters. Those little messengers of mood and focus. Omega-3s, B vitamins, magnesium, antioxidants, they help balance serotonin and dopamine and calm inflammation that can feed anxiety and depression. Think of your brain as a garden. If you feed it junk food, it's like trying to grow roses in gravel. But give it real nutrients and it begins to bloom. I've also noticed this in myself as well. When I'm busy and meals become an afterthought, my mood dips. But when I make time to nourish myself with greens and grains and a bit of salmon or lentils and that drizzle of olive oil, I feel balanced. Food becomes therapy, quiet, daily, and powerful. Now, eating well won't fix everything. Mental health is complex, but food is one of the most accessible tools we have. Start small. Add one vegetable. Drink a bit more water. Swap butter for olive oil. Snack on almonds instead of chips. I know those chips are so good though, aren't they? Each tiny choice builds a foundation of care. And as the World Health Organization reminds us, depression is one of the leading causes of illness worldwide. Every bit of support matters. So next time you sit down to eat, think of it as an act of care, not control. Your plate can be a kind of medicine. Food carries light, chemistry, and memory. And while a single meal wouldn't change everything, it can give you a stronger mind to face what's coming next. If this message spoke to you, I'd love for you to join the Circle of Light. Subscribe, share this video with someone who could use a little encouragement. And stay tuned for more conversations about the beautiful connection between our habits, our hearts, and our health. Take care of yourself from the inside out.